Our special feature main event, Claressa Shields, Brittney Elkin, World Championship boxer versus 12-year MMA vet who happens to be a jiu-jitsu brown belt.
It's time to bring our final fighters to the cage. Please welcome first, Brittney Elkin.
Randy Couture, Brittney Elkin, as a brown belt in jiu-jitsu under Rafael Lovato Jr., arguably the best American jiu-jitsu practitioner going right now.
He is absolutely a stunning jiu-jitsu practitioner, and she's been a brown belt under him, I think, for about 7 years now. We've seen her compete before. She's been in this position before. She was the showcase fight for Kayla Harrison, a two-time gold medalist in judo. So she said she lost that match, but she learned a lot about that. And she's bringing a lot of that experience into this fight tonight.
And because we did see her before, Randy, I feel like we have to comment on the fact that we've never seen her in this good of shape. No. She is shredded right now, and she's put in the work.
Yep, absolutely shredded. She looks to be in great physical condition. She's got a great mindset. I love the way in the interviews how she broke this fight down. And what she saw she needed to do is exactly what I would have told her.
And her opponent, Claressa Shields.
There's a lot to unpack when you're talking about someone who's this accomplished in the sport of boxing, crossing over into the world of mixed martial arts. Quite frankly, Kenny, we have never seen it happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I think it's a testament to Claressa Shields and her determination to try something new, her courage, and her willingness to go into a completely different sport against a more experienced fighter. So she's doing two sports simultaneously, which is very, very impressive and very difficult. And I'm curious to see how she deals with both the reach of Elkin and the fact that Elkin's also going to be trying to take her down. So in order for her to get on the inside, she has to get through that long reach. But if she gets on the inside, it also allows Elkin to level change and take her down. So she has herself a serious dilemma here.
Claressa Shields' family in attendance. As we take a look at our Bo's tale of the tape. Claressa Shields is 26 years old. Brittney Elkin, 8 years the senior. She's also 3 inches taller. They both weighed in at the lightweight limit. Reach advantage goes in the favor of Brittney Elkin, and she promises to use it in this bout. It is a special feature main event. Lillian Garcia, get these ladies going.
Fight fans, it is time for combat sports history as we bring you a special showcase main event. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. She is a jiu-jitsu practitioner. Standing at 5'11", she officially weighs in at 155 1/2 pounds. In 9 professional bouts, this MMA veteran has a record of 3 wins and 6 losses. Fighting out of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, by way of New York City, here is Brittney Elkin. Her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. She is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist in boxing. Standing at 5'8", she officially weighs in at 154 3/4 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, she is making her MMA debut. Fighting out of Flint, Michigan, here is boxing's 2-time undisputed world champion, the greatest woman of all time, Claressa T-Rex Shields. Your referee in charge, Gasper Oliver.
Claressa Shields in the red, Brittney Elkin in the black and gray. Boxer versus grappler. The roots of our sport, mixed martial arts, come down to matchups like this one. Both fighters coming out in the orthodox stance. Shields slowly stalking forward, looking to close into striking range. Elkin tosses up that front kick for Shields to consider. Inside leg kick from Elkin. Elkin in that sort of Sagat Muay Thai stance.
Yeah, she's trying to keep Claressa all on the way, all on the outside, and hope that she tries to lunge in where she can try to get to a double leg or single leg.
Claressa tests out a leg kick there. And now Elkin drives her all the way across the cage, back against the barrier, and this is where the questions start to get answered. Can Claressa Shields work her way back up? Brittney Elkin, she's got control of both legs right now, making her, she's really testing how much she's drilled this exact position.
Absolutely. Claressa's doing a good job keeping her head up, keeping that elevation, not conceding the position, but Elkin is climbing into better and better position with each little movement.
Claressa Shields
strong. She's
showing
strong. She stayed right back up.
Well, we know she's a world-class athlete as a two-time Olympic gold medalist.
I tell you what, she kept her composure as well, guys. Did a good job of building up her base. She has a nice underhook there. Look at this. She's getting on top now.
Pulls her right to the top. Claressa Shields now unloading with some ground and pound. Elkin doing a good job. She's been in this position before. Reverses, and now once again on top and into the mount.
And Elkin, you know.
Elkin's trapping that bottom arm.
Yep, and she got past that knee as well.
Clarissa's going to have a big problem here if Elkin changes her head position and gets it to the other side of Claressa. Now, right here. She's got no defense. She can't protect her head with that left arm.
She can't protect herself, and it's going to be very difficult for her to build up her base from there without that arm.
Claressa Shields appears to be remaining calm as Brittney Elkin goes to work here. She's got that arm, bottom arm out now. Still mounted.
Vined in. On top is Brittney Elkin, full mount.
This is where the corner becomes critically important for Claressa Shields. Unfamiliar territory, a new sport, someone far more experienced on top. She's got Greg Jackson and Mike Winklejohn in her corner.
Shields trying to bridge out. See if she tries to remove that grapevine there from Elkin and try to swim her right leg on the inside and get back to some kind of a guard position. Elkin trying to feed that arm, trying to trap it.
Trying to trap, Elkin trying to trap that hand again behind her head now. And that's going to allow her to punch. Shields doing a nice job of clearing it.
Claressa Shields is most accustomed to 2-minute rounds in women's boxing. She's already well past that with 90 seconds remaining here in round number 1 in her mixed martial arts debut.
Well, she's already done a lot better than James Toney ever did.
That's a good point.
And impressive when she's in an undesirable position, to say the least. But Elkin has been unable to really mount serious offensive strikes from here because Claressa Shields is defending herself pretty effectively.
Claressa is very strong. All hips and legs. I think Elkin is scared she's going to get bucked off if she gets too high.
1 minute remains here. Now Elkin setting up an arm bar. Claressa Shields needs to be careful. She goes.
And Claressa just kind of hugging the waist a little bit, trying to close that distance the best that she can to not allow Elkin to land some big shots. And she's doing just enough to survive here from this very dangerous mount position. Elkin also trying to work on that arm. Looks like she's trying to set up a paintbrush, a shoulder lock there.
Now some ground and pound landing from the top for Brittney Elkin as time starts to close out round number 1. Movement, head movement from the bottom, and punching upward is Claressa Shields. 10-second clapper, and the GOAT will see round number 2. Can she reverse her fortunes?
All right,
So now, calm down. You're getting real wild with those punches, right? So he was able to run straight in on you. Settle down. Keep those punches real straight for me, okay? When she's driving in like that, make sure you get an underhook underneath it.
Yes.
Okay? That, good.
Small motions, left and right, small motions, left to right. Give me some 10, 9, 5s, give me a lot of 5s, a lot of ups, a lot of ups. Small motions, start putting on her. Okay, get a respect, start hitting her hard. You got it?
Okay.
The only reason you got taken down is because you decided to re-engage when you got up. All right, next time you get up, stay up.
Go, stand up.
Stand on 5, move your feet.
Sean O'Connell, Randy Couture, Kenny Florian, Claressa Shields, and Brittney Elkin inside the PFL Smart Cage as the 3-division world champion, 2-time Olympic gold medalist. Claressa Shields makes her MMA debut. Second leg kick we've seen from her. Elkin gets the FPR and verdict fan vote nod in round number 1. Critically important for me was to see how Claressa Shields got up, went back to her corner, and got up off the stool. She looks fresh, eyes open, not gassed, not overly gassed at least, after an adrenaline.
Nice
There's
right
a combo.
hand. I think Claressa Shields and her corner are both relieved. She literally survived the worst position you can be in this fight. Didn't freak out, didn't lose her composure.
Oh, that's a nice right hand over the top of Brittney Elkin's guard. And she shoots Claressa Shields with a nice sprawl. Heavy hips here, forcing the head down. And now Claressa Shields goes to work. Elkin has got her, settles in on top, knee on belly to side control.
And these are the 2 mistakes that she's made in this fight in round 1 and now in round 2, where she re-engaged in the grappling. She had her chance to get back to her feet and do what she does best, but she decided to kind of follow Elkin to the ground, and that's where Elkin has kind of capitalized here, not once but twice in this fight.
Well, it's an experience thing, and we knew the experience was going to be in Brittney Elkin's favor as she walks Claressa Shields over to the cage, which is debatable whether or not that's the right thing to do, especially with someone who's relative neophyte. You don't want to give them the barrier to work with leverage.
That's assuming you know how to use the barrier, and that's the real question here.
Back to
Claressa know how to get her back to that barrier and use that barrier to walk her way back up to the standing position.
Elkin goes back to the mount. 3 minutes remain in round number 2.
And Shields has to be careful to not let that arm ride up too high, because that's going to be an arm triangle.
Good. Close. She's close. She's trying to hip over. Elkin in deep enough to keep her down there in the bottom position from full mount.
One disadvantage when you try those explosive movements, it does allow the person on top to grapevine the legs in a little bit deeper, sometimes even lace the legs in under your hips and elevate you.
Elkin's definitely working to isolate that arm. Trying to find a way to get into an arm triangle.
Elkin doing a good job of just relaxing those hips, grapevining those legs, keeping good solid position. And Shields should try to work on trying to push that knee out and trying to get to some kind of guard position. She had her chance right there.
She did.
Elkin is pretty high here in her mounts as well. If Claressa can work her way down, and now Elkin has corrected that some. Inside of 2 minutes here in round number 2. 2 of a possible 3 in this showcase main event bout.
90 seconds, 90 seconds.
Elkin doing a good job of being patient, trying to set up that.
Oh, close. She might come out the back door. She's got to be careful with that arm.
Looks like she might be trying to set up a triangle from mount there. Elkin starting to get busy here.
Claressa doing a good job of minimizing the damage here. Elkin dominating from the top position. "60 seconds remain in round number 2.
Elkin content to just keep this mount position and chip away. Claressa's got to be careful extending those arms on those punches. That could be an arm lock for Elkin.
Elkin very high in the mount now. Just looking to set up that arm bar. There it comes.
Oh. There it is.
Nice job by Shields.
Claressa Shields pulls it out.
And this is where she needs to disconnect to get back to her feet.
Absolutely.
Leg laced in. Hammer fist from Claressa Shields as she's able to get herself out of trouble. Heavy strikes from the top, right and left hands coming. Few seconds remain in round 2.
Good. We need another round of closing that distance and putting her on her back.
2-0. You're up 2-0. You gotta watch the overhand, hands up, use that cross guard.
Either get around her legs or stand her back up. You understand me? Don't engage with her. She's gonna rush right away to get that takedown though. What are you gonna do? You're gonna use your jab, 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 jab with your right hand. Move side to side.
Claressa, we're gonna finish this round, all right? Don't follow her down. She's scared of your punches. Keep doing what you're doing, just don't follow her down. You got it? Set up for that jab, you throw those hard punches in there, all right? Stay in control, nothing crazy. Just finish her, all right? I want to see Claressa. I want to see Claressa. Let's go.
A very interesting turn of events at the close of round number 2. With only 10 seconds remaining, Claressa Shields was able to reverse position, and some of that ground and pound hurt Brittney Elkin. She got up slowly. She looked a little worse for the wear on the stool. After 2 dominant rounds from Elkin, Claressa Shields gets a little confidence boost as she heads back, and that right hand is going to help it as well. Elkin with a takedown attempt.
She was in deep, and now Shields has got a nice sprawl. She's got her legs back. She needs to learn to let her feet slide there.
Claressa Shields heavy on the hips here. Elkin's hands are still locked.
Keep that head covered there.
Pushes away.
Step back. Nice. Make her get up.
Pounding from the top. Claressa Shields putting it on Brittney Elkin, who's clinging on for dear life.
Those are big shots. Brittney's not protecting her face there. She's got to get moving or get back to a better guard position there.
Shields has to address her legs. Can't let Elkin get control of her legs here.
Keep her hips
nice right hands again. Claressa Shields on top and hurting Brittney Elkin.
This is a better position for Brittney. She might be able to put Shields to her back. She needs to get that left leg out and get a better base.
Shields has got to keep her hips in the fight there. She gets too upright to punch, and Elkin could bowl her over.
More right hands from the top. Claressa Shields continues to pound away at the head of Brittney Elkin.
This is where Shields should try to get back to her feet. If she can disengage, I know she's landing some big shots, but
those are big shots right there.
Oh boy.
And the referee steps in and waves it off. Claressa Shields, the GOAT, successful in her MMA debut with ground and pound. A sprawl and brawl tactic pulls it out for Claressa Shields in round 3.
There's Claressa's mom, Marcella Adams, cheering her daughter on.
There we go.
Undefeated in the squared circle, undefeated so far in the PFL Smart Cage.
And Elkin's sitting on a stool. She's back, she's up, she's fine. I'm sure she's a little upset with herself, but she actually had a really good showing. She controlled the first 2 rounds of the fight.
Biodynamic Stats Bundle presented by Geico. Claressa Shields landing some punches on the ground at the end of round 2.
Yep. And
for a good chunk of round 3 there, after an effective sprawl, and against the best advice of her corner, she re-engages on the ground and pounds it out.
The PFL on ESPN has been brought to you by Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. Presidente, drink responsibly. Bose, the official sound of the PFL. And by Rich Energy, sophisticated, smooth, and finishes clean.
Fastest punches of the night. Brendan Loughnane, Joilton Luderbach, Claressa Shields. Strike speed powered by SMT. Take a look at some of the replays from the Quotes MMA debut.
There's Claressa re-engaging when she should have probably cleared and made Elkin stand back up, and that ended up in a bad position for her again. Third round, and here's the same sprawling situation. This time she gets all the way away. Again, overzealous, re-engaging, but she gets into a much better position than she did in the second round and is able to ground and pound from here, keeping Elkin in a bad spot, keeping her hips engaged, and landing some big shots from top position is Claressa Shields.
And that's right, when you get a pro boxer who can hit like she can, she just needs a few, and man, did she capitalize when she had a little bit of space. She caused a lot of damage. Huge shots with the right hand right there.
And an exuberant celebration on the MMA debut. Bob likes it. Fighter performance rating brought to you by Rich Energy. Brittney Elkin did the job in rounds 1 and 2, but it was all about the turning of the tide in round 3. A sprawl and some brawl. Claressa Shields with the right hand from the top, getting the finish and 100 fighter performance rating points. Lillian Garcia has the official call.
Ladies and gentlemen, the stoppage comes officially at 1 minute and 44 seconds of round number 3. Your winner by TKO in her MMA debut,